Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is AhTravesty playing some Morrowind. Okay, well, we are standing just outside of this tower here. This is Orbis Lucis tower. It's got a pretty high level lock. I don't think we're going to be able to pick that thing, but we do have some scrolls that should be able to open that lock. In the last episode, we also found out where the tax collector's body was, so we got all his stuff, and I think we need to go back to the office over there and let those guys know, but we're going to do that in a minute. I want to get into here first. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get some Ondusis unhinging, and let's see if we can't get this thing open. Yeah, it's unlocked. We should be alright. Alright, yeah, this place was the one that had this notice. This area is off limits. So this might be pretty interesting. Let's go check it out. Ooh, wow, look at the... some red candles going on here. Must be some kind of Daedric worshipper or something. What does that say? Well, there's a trap door here too. Alright, what do we have in the sack? That's empty. That one's empty. Dagger back there. What's in here? And a boiled netch leather cuirass. We can grab that and sell it. Netch leather helm. And a netch leather tower shield. We can grab all that stuff. Yeah, we're going to go over weight here pretty damn quick, it looks like. Alright, what do we have here? That one's empty. Barrel's empty, and that one's empty. It's in a sack. That's empty. Alright, here we got some coins. Let's grab that. And I guess we can sell this other stuff. We can leave that though, that's junk. Alright, what's in the crate? Pile of gold, let's grab that. Alright, what's back here? And a bunch of alchemy stuff. We can grab all that stuff. And another barrel that's empty. And this barrel is also empty. Alright, and there's a dagger sitting right here. Let's grab that, we can sell it. Okay, well, we got the trapdoor here, and there's a stairwell going up to another level up above us. Alright, is there anything else in here? Nothing that I can see. I gotta look this up and see what this says. Alright, well, let's go up. Alright, let's see. Before we get jumped, can we do any kind of healing? Let's go ahead. Let's use some healing potion here. Just in case there's something up here we're going to be fighting with. I want to get my health up a little bit at least. That should be good. Oh, it's just some kind of... yeah, this is top level right here. It doesn't go up any farther. Wow, look at this. Yeah, somebody's doing some Daedra worshipping or something. Anything in the barrel? Nope. House of Troubles. Okay, we can grab that for some coins. A scroll of the first barrier giving us a shield 5 points for 30 seconds. Okay. We're certainly taking that. And a stack of 100 coins. Some moon sugar. And a small chest with a level 20 lock. We might be able to pick that one. And let's see what's over here. And a pile of coins. Empty barrel. Empty barrel. And what's in there? A skull. Alright, let's see if we can't pick this thing. Alright, I'm stuck. Alright, let's try. Let's go with an apprentice one first. I don't think that one's going to work though. Let's give it a shot. Nope, it's too complex. Just for the hell of it, a journeyman one won't do anything, right? Oh, we can try. Okay, let's try it. Come on, baby, open it. Oh, doesn't look like we're going to open it. Oh, yeah, we just used it up. Okay. Well, we do have another unhinging scroll. I guess we can use it. Not doing anything else with it. I hope there's something good in here. 50 coins. Alright. Guess we'll take that. Alright, other than that, nothing else worth grabbing. Wow, this is a cool looking area here, kind of spooky. Okay, well, looks like we have the trapdoor next. Let's see where this is going to take us to. Okay, going down farther. Wow, there's all kinds of stuff. What's in this basket? That one's empty. And some more edible stuff. How are we in weight? Alright, we can pick up about 25 pounds worth of stuff yet. And there's some masks, we can sell that. Bolt of cloth, ooh, high value, 50 coins, let's grab that. Maybe we should make a trip back and try to sell some of this junk. Alright, here's some more edible stuff, let's grab all that. And that. And that. And we're overweight. Alright, how much are we over by? Wow, we're over by that much already? Damn. Okay, let's see then. Let's drop this Quirus off for now. Alright, what else we have in here? We can probably grab all that stuff and still stay in weight. That's empty. And let's grab all that. And a basket. How are we as far as weight goes? We're over by 2 pounds. Damn. Alright, well, let's start eating some of this stuff, I guess. Maybe we can lose some of this weight. Let's eat some of this stuff up. Alright, and the bone meal. And some Bungler's Bane. Alright, that's going to put us in weight. Alright, let's see what's down here. Ooh, look. Wow, look at that spider web right here. Alright. Bunch of bottles that are pretty much useless. Useless stuff here on the shelf. Well, I guess we can probably sell those cups. Let's see what else is in here. Ooh, damn. It's kind of spooky looking, man. You see somebody standing there? I wasn't expecting to see anybody here. Let's fire the old thief ring up. I don't know if this is going to be a fight or what, but let's be prepared anyways. And let's go for the Grave Ward Amulet. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oh yeah, she's going to fight. Alright, let's get our Skelly going. Alright, let's get in here and help him out. Alright, looks like we're doing alright. Oh yeah, we're hacking her up pretty quick. Alright, yeah, that wasn't too bad. Sadiv Uvel. What does she have? She got a staff. 4 pounds. How much can we pick up? About 2 pounds. Yeah, we're going to have to come back and make another trip here. Let's grab the gold. I guess we can grab one of these. They're all the same weight. Yeah, let's go with this one. We're just going to sell it. Alright, yeah, we can't pick up anything else for now. We got to sell this stuff. A silver longbow. 260 coins. Oh yeah, we're definitely coming back here to scavenge this place. Let's grab the gold. And a cruel flame arrow. That's not going to put us overweight, is it? Yes. Sure enough, man. Alright, well, let's put this arrow here on the table with the bow. That's cool looking, man. Oh, damn, there's another trapdoor going down here. It's in the cupboard. Empty. Wow, there's a lot of stuff we can scavenge here, I bet. Alright, just for the hell of it. Is there anything else? Yeah, a lot of edible stuff. Okay. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a trip back. Sell all this crap, eat up all this alchemy stuff. And then we'll go on from there. Alright, I'll see you in a moment. Alright, all done selling some stuff, and I ate up a lot of ingredients and stuff too. And off camera I found out, yeah, we need to go to the office here so we can deal with this murder of Kisis Vitellius, the tax guy here. Yeah, we need to go talk to Lucis or Gala. Sort that out. So I think we're going to go deal with that next, since they're right over here anyways. And it is quite dark out. Right, what time is it anyways? 9 p.m. Alright, yeah, we have a total of over 600 coins now, or almost 600 coins. So we're doing pretty good. I did buy a scroll of vitality, right? Yeah, so now I have 2 of them. Alright, let's see what's going to happen here. Murder of Procesus Vitellius. Murdered? What a waste! Procesus was a good man. I had been wondering why we hadn't heard from him in a few days. Still, these are dangerous times we live in, and those sorts of things will happen. Did you happen to find the tax money he collected? I hate to be so callous, but I do have a job to do. Yeah, I found 200 septums on his body. You did? How odd that he was murdered, but not robbed. Your honesty is appreciated. I can tell you that I won't forget this, Travus. In fact, if you're looking for some money for yourself, I'd like to see the murderer of Procesus punished. Killing an emperor's tax collector is punishable by death. Find his murderer, bring him to justice, and the Census and Excise Office will pay you 500 septums. Alright. Well, he did grab the 200 coins from us. Alright, anything else? Alright, more than likely, the murderer is somebody who has not paid their taxes. Alright, I think we're done in here. Let's get out of here. Or I guess we could ask around too and see if anybody knows anything. Alright, here's Fargoth again. Let's see if he knows anything new. Murder of Vitellius. Someone finally got him, huh? Well, it's no surprise, I suppose. No one likes a tax collector, especially one who flaunts his wealth while taking our hard-earned cash. Only one who could stomach him at all was Thavir over at the lighthouse. The 2 of them spent some time together. A shame, really. She seemed like a nice woman.
This is a
okay, you know what? Let's go over and talk to her real quick.
Let's hear it.
Back to the lighthouse we go. Oh, it is dark at night, man. We can still barely see, though. And Thavir, let's talk to her. Murder of Vitellius. Procesus murdered? No! Tell me it's not so. He was the gentlest man I've ever met. He and I had become so close in the past few months. I don't know what I will do without him. I've only seen him get angry once or twice, and never raised a hand to anyone. This is so sad. Well, not even angry, I suppose. I saw him arguing once with Forith Gilneth about his taxes. He thought Procesus had been levying too much and skimming off the top for himself. Ridiculous! Procesus wouldn't have done such a thing. I'm sure of it. Please find out what happened, friend. And if you find out what became of Procesus's ring, it would ease my heart. I gave him the ring many months ago, and it was dear to him. I would like it to remember him by. Okay, we can probably do that. Alright, so we need to look for Foreign Gilneth. Alright, let's get out of here. Foreign Gilneth. Okay, that's this place right here. Yeah, that's the guy we need to kill. I think I know where we're going here. Alright, let's go back this way. Yeah, this is the place right here, right? Yep. Alright, this is probably going to be a fight. Let's go to the Thief Ring. Let's buff up a little bit. And let's go in. Alright, let's see what he's got to say. That fetcher! You're damn right I did him in. And a good thing, too. He was skimming a load of money from all of us honest people, overcharging us on our taxes and keeping the difference for himself. He was always flaunting his money around, showing off his new clothes and jewels. So I killed the bastard and left his body out there to rot, with all his ill-begotten gold still on him. Sorry. That is no excuse for murder, and your punishment has been decided.
Die, fetcher!
You're one of them, huh? Come to kill me? Well, give it your best shot, orc. I have no problem spilling more of the blood of the Emperor's lackeys. Alright, buddy. You're through. Oh my god, come on, man. Alright, we got one lick on him. Alright, we're getting some good hits on him now. And there he goes. Alright, what's he got? Nothing but junk. Alright, there's Vitellius' ring. Let's grab that. And let's grab the gold. And the rest of that stuff is junk. Alright, anything else we can scavenge in here now that he's dead? Yeah, let's go ahead and grab all this stuff. And all that stuff. What's in the chest? A little bit of gold. Alright, I think I'm going to use this as my new little hidey hole here. So let's stash some stuff that we don't need here. We don't need these slave keys anymore. Let's put them in here for now. And we can hold on to the rest of that stuff. Alright, this book, 150 coin book, we can sell that for a good amount of coin. And some more edibles. Let's grab all that stuff. And anything in the barrel? Nope. Alright, and a gold coin. And a silver throwing star. Not very valuable. Let's just leave that alone. Alright, so yeah, we can rest in here now. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let's go back up to the office. If nothing happens on the way there, I'll just cut all this out and I'll see you right there. Alright, back in the office. Let's see what he's got to say. And the murder. I heard you had been asking around about his murder. I'm glad to see this matter brought to its completion. Here's your reward, Travus. Good to see there are still some citizens who understand their loyalty to our Emperor. Alright, 500 coins we got. Nice. Alright, let's see. He does sneak, acrobatics, and light armor. Maybe I should get some sneak going on. You know what, let's do that. How close are we to leveling anyways? Oh, we got a ways to go, damn. Alright, let's see. How much gold do we have left? Just over 500. Let's hold on to it for now. Let's go back up to the tower. Alright, I decided to stop over here at the shop and sell all that junk. And before I forget, we need to go turn in that ring too. So let's go back over here to the lighthouse and see what becomes of that. Oh, look at that sky, man. That looks beautiful. Well, at least it's not storming. Alright, let's turn this ring in. Alright, let's see what she's going to say. Prochesis' ring. Oh, you found the ring! Thank you so much, Travus. It's good to have something to remember him by, though I'll never see him again. Here, take this. He usually traveled with a couple when he was doing his job, but he didn't this last time. If only he had. Alright, she just gave us a couple potions to restore health. Ordinary type. Alright, and she did take the ring. Alright, anything else? Oh, I guess we're done in here. Alright. Yep, let's get out of here. We don't have any more potions, do we? Or scrolls to open locks? No, we don't. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, we are now back over here at the tower. Off camera I did sell some more stuff and I ate up some plants again. So now our alchemy is up to 14, so we're getting really close to getting that up to 15, and I really don't have to worry about it anymore. I think I'm good with 15. Alright, we are in good shape. I did pound out all the dents and scratches out of my armor, so we're good. Let's go back in the tower. Alright, back in to the trap door. Alright, did we get everything out of here? We'll start selling all kinds of junk. Alright, we can sell that basket. I think we got everything else out of here. And there's a lot of junk down here we need to scavenge too. I want to get that bow for sure. Yep. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but... And let's grab that arrow. Alright, what was on her again? Lightning shield and some restore magicas. And a wooden staff, we can probably sell that. The rest of this stuff is all just cheap junk. Alright, what do we have here? And more junk. Yeah, I'm going to leave all that stuff. And some more salt rice. We can eat that stuff up. Alright, and what did we have in here again? More salt rice. And some more edibles. And some more. Wow. A lot of good eating. Yeah, if we don't make it to level 15. Nope. Yeah, that's all empty. Alright. Anything else tucked away in there? Alright, this platter we can sell for a decent amount of coin. Let's grab that. A glass bowl. Let's grab it. Anything up here on top of that one? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's keep looking. Grab all that. And that. And that. A lot of stuff to eat. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have to harvest any more stuff after this. That one's empty. Ooh, some torches. Good. We're going to grab them. More edibles. And some more. That one's empty. And we have some weapons here. Iron mace and an iron broadsword. Yeah, we should be able to sell. Oh, we're going to go overweight though with them. Alright, what else do we have here? Redware vase, we can sell that. And we're overweight. Yep, figured it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start eating some of this stuff, and then I'm going to head back, make a trip, sell whatever I can, and I'll see you right back here. See you in a moment. Alright, all done scavenging material. I actually made 2 trips out of here. I gathered up pretty much anything I could that had any kind of value, except for if it was less than 5 coins, I didn't bother picking it up. But I ended up getting about 800 coins. I did buy a scroll of divine intervention and a scroll of Almcivi intervention, and I picked up a couple journeyman's lockpicks, and I think that was about it. And I did eat up enough alchemy ingredients, so now we're up to 15, so I can see the first property of all these items. So that's all I really want. So I'm not going to really gather up any more crafting material anymore. Alright, we do have this trap door going down to Valenrin. Never been here before, so let's go check this out. Ooh, it's dark down here too. This is a flooded chamber. Looks like it might be. Alright, let's bust out a torch. We're surrounded by a flooded area here. Oh, there's something right there. Is there any underwater tunnels or something over here? It might be over here. Maybe not. Alright, let's see. Can we get over here without putting our torch out? Yeah, what is this? Chameleon Superb. 20% for 60 seconds. Alright, let's grab that. Let's see, let's grab this stuff. There's nothing hidden under here, is there? No. Alright. Let's put the torch away. Is there anything in the water or what? I find it hard to believe that that's all that was down here. There's no tunnels. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything otherwise. Huh. It looks like this place is supposed to have something else in here. Oh, there is a tunnel here. Wow. Alright, let's go investigate. Nothing under the water here, is there? Nothing there. What is that? Is that something? It's a rock. Let's get some air. Ooh. There's a bridge up there. Let's see, we should be out of the water high enough to use a torch again. Alright, anything over here we're missing? Alright, looks like we have to possibly climb the walls somehow. Or maybe levitate up there. Alright, let's put the torch away. It looks like we might have to get in the water here. There's nothing here, is there? Can we get up here? Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to get some kind of levitation. Unless we're missing something. Is there another tunnel possibly over here? Not one that I can tell. Yeah, I don't see how we can get up here. There's no way to climb up here. Yep, we're gonna have to invest in some levitation. Okay, well, we know this area is here, so we can investigate that later. I guess we can get out of here. Up we go. Alright, so alright, well, I guess we can go exploring a little bit. I want to go check out those islands too that are out there in the lagoon. And let's look over here. I think there's something in some stumps and stuff over here too we need to investigate. See if there's anything interesting hidden over here. Yeah, let's go check this whole area out here. Yeah, we're almost running out of time too, so let's do a quick run around over here. See if there's anything over here that might be interesting. Yeah, I want to explore this whole area here. Alright, and the trail keeps going on up that way. Somewhere over here there's some stuff hidden in some stumps. I remember that from long ago, unless they changed it in this mod or something. Is this it? This looks familiar, actually. Oh, what is that, a stone crab? It looks like it. Alright, is there something in these stumps here? Yeah, there is. This is it. What do we have here? A fire bite dagger. Dagger does fire damage. Let's grab it. And a little pile of gold. Alright, that fire bite dagger, that I'm going to actually keep in case we run into some undead or something like that. I think we can use that to kill them, because otherwise we're going to need silver weapons and stuff. Alright. Oh. Let's deal with this damn thing. Come on! Little Quama Forager. Alright, let's just ditch that. Look at this thing, slow ass moving. Gonna get some of my axe, buddy. Alright. Alright, is there anything else over here? Nothing of interest here. Let's take a quick run up here. Oh, damn, another forager. Get some! Yeah, let's just dispose of that. Yeah, if you hold down the control button while you hit that dispose of corpse button, it'll actually dispose of everything, so you don't pick up everything off of the corpse. But other than that, if you just pick up the corpse by using the dispose button, it'll automatically put everything into your inventory that was on that corpse. Alright, here's a rat. Get him! Toasted. Yeah, we don't need that stuff, so we're gonna ditch it all. Alright, we're up at the edge here of the mountains. So, and we are running up on time too, so this might be a good spot to do a quick save. Let's get up here on this higher ground and we can see what's going on. And it's got to start raining again. Alright, yep, let's handle the rest of this in the next episode. We'll see you then.